Oh, we got another game. Hopefully this guy doesn't go. Come on. Fourth time. Okay, I'm going to minimize chat, put the cursor in the thingy, and make a move before he leaves. Okay, E4.
E4.
I'm always scared of typing E3, so I'm extra careful. Okay, now what? Now is this guy gonna go? Come on. What is up?
E5.
Finally, okay.
Knight F3.
Why so slow? Come on. I mean, am I just being impatient? But I mean, it's like move one, move two, you take a minute each move. Like, is that just me? I mean, am I just being impatient? That's weird. What's going on today? Man, I'm so happy I'm not rated like this normally because I can't handle this. You can't even play a game. No one what's going on? Did he leave? Did this guy leave too?
Knight C6. Bishop B5.
None Too Smart says yes, you are being impatient. You are the one who chose 40 plus 30.
Yeah, but that's unusual for move one, move two. I don't mind like move five or something, but that's so weird. Why would you need to think for 1 minute on move one? Oh, that's not my smoothie. That's my water. This is my smoothie.
Bouncing Across says people who play 40 plus 30 and are low rated are usually hella slow.
No, I understand, but for move one and move two, really? Like, what are you thinking about? See, I don't mind waiting, but I'm just I'm scared that they're gonna leave.
A6.
A6. Okay, so E4, E5, Knight F3, Knight C6, Bishop B5, A6. This is just normal, right? So Bishop A4.
Bishop A4.
E4, E5, Knight F.
D6.
Whoop.
D6.
D6. I think there's a guy at my chess club, Glenn, who plays this. E4, E5, Knight F3, Knight C6, Bishop B5, A6, Bishop A4, D6. So I'm wondering if I want D4 or Knight C3. I guess I'll go d4. Or maybe I should castle? Let me think. I don't know. I would say blindfolded, I'm just going to castle here.
Short castle.
Be safe. I think normally I would play d4 though.
Bishop g4.
There's the pin that I hate. I think I'll play h3 because he's low enough that he might.
h3.
He might just take, and if he doesn't,
Bishop
well,
h5.
okay, he doesn't. So now I'm pinned. I don't want to get into g4 murky waters here. Now he's playing quickly though. Like first two moves he played really slow, but okay. Bishop h5. I could get. I don't know. I'll just wait and see. I'll go rook e1.
Rook e1. h6.
Okay. Okay, we got a game apparently. Okay, so let's see. So he's pinning my queen, I believe. And like he's pinning the knight to the queen. I have a knight on f3, bishop on a4. Wait a second. Yeah, bishop on a4, and that's it. So maybe I should. The thing is, knight c3. I'm not sure because I don't know if the knight is so fantastic there. Because I might want to break the pin. I could also break the pin with queen d3, which I'm considering. But I could also go knight bd2.
None too smart says, and now you are lower on the clock than he is.
Ha 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 ha. Yeah, but for moves 1 and 2 though. Okay, he played slow. So knight bd2, I think, to f1 to g3. I don't think it's actually good, but it's a plan. And I don't think I'm because he's not attacking anything. So I think I can do that. Knight bd2. What? I should be able to do that. Knight b. Let me think. Is there a reason I can't do that? Ah, yeah, I didn't move the d pawn. Right. So I guess I'll play d3. I don't think if I go knight f3, I don't think I can do that maneuver, right? Knight f3. But f3 can go to, I mean, sorry, knight c3, I mean, knight c3 can go to e2. I could do that maneuver, but then I'm severing the connection between f3 and my queen. So I will have to go the slower method of d3.
d3. Knight f6.
So now he's hitting e4, which is a bit of a problem. No, it's not a problem because I just defended it. with d3. So I can continue my journey with knight bd2 now.
Knight bd2.
And I guess he's going to castle.
b5.
D5. 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 D5, huh? I think if I ignore it, if I go knight f1, if he takes on e5, I can go d takes e5, and then he can go queen takes d1. Yeah, then e4 is going to fall at the end of that. So I may need to take. So if I go e takes d5, I guess we go queen takes d5. He's not hitting my bishop on a4. Is he hitting b2? b2, c3, d4. He's not. I think I can do that. I think I can go e takes d5. So I'm going to do it. I'm not 100% sure though. Whoops. Is it saying I can't do that? Unless I heard him wrong.
b5, 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 b5.
That's d5. Why would I not be able to do that? I've castled.
Case Money says their move is Bravo 5.
B5.
None Too Smart says B as in Bingo 5.
I'm wondering. Okay. That sounds like a D here. Like, that definitely sounds like a D. So B5. Oh, that makes it. Oh, that makes sense now. Yeah, B5 because of A6. Okay. I'm wondering. Okay, I'm like, I can take a D5, right? Okay, man. So, okay, well, we have to go bishop. Okay, let me just recalibrate here. So he never played that. So his pawn is still on D6, and instead he played B5. Well, we only have one move, really. Bishop B3. Okay.
Bishop b3.
It sounded like
Knight d4.
Ooh, this guy's good. Well, kind of good. Yeah, knight d4 is hitting my bishop on b3, and he's hitting my knight on f3, which is pinned. I may have to play g4, which I don't want to do. So let me think here. Where the hell is my knight? I forget if it's on F1 or if it's on D2. I think it's on D2. So I can't really ignore this because knight F1, then he just takes on F3. Possibly I may be able to play queen D3. No, that doesn't help. I have to play G4. I have to play G4.
g4.
And then bishop B6, bishop G6.
Bishop g6.
Yeah, this is getting tactical now. Okay, so now can I take on d4? Take on d4, e takes d4? And then g6 is on that diagonal, I think. G6, f5. No, it's not. It's not. G6. Yeah, G6, F5, E4. So I could take it. I guess I'll take it. Knight takes D4.
Knight takes d4.
And then you go E takes D4. What's he thinking about? I don't think you can take it any other way. So E takes D4, I will go Knight F1, I think. Although, could my knight go to F3?
E takes d4.
Yeah, I can go Knight F3, and then I would be hitting that square again. I think I'll do that. Knight F3.
Knight f3.
So I'm hitting D4 again.
Bishop e7.
So can I not just take on D4? I don't think his bishop on G6 covers that, right? We've already talked about this. D4, E5. Oh, wait, it can. What am I talking about? D4, E5, G6. It is covering it. I thought it might be. Yeah. D4, E5, G6. So I can't take it. I almost have Knight G5. It's not enough though. And what am I going to do? So my king is kind of naked, right? I have pawns on H6, G5. I have a knight on F3, rook on F1. No, rook on E1, pawn on F2, pawn on E4, D3. Bishop on B3, queen on D1, rook on A1. He's castled, has a bishop on G6. I think he has H6 as well. This is going to be a tough game for me. He has a pawn on E5, D6, C5, A6, B5, rook on A8, knight on C. No, that knight is gone. And then I'm not sure if his bishop is still on C8 or if he put that to D7. No, that's the one he brought out. So his other bishop is on E7. Yeah, that's right. So he has a bishop on G6. His other bishop is on E7. Okay, kind of tough. I'm just thinking here. So we've got bishop on B3, knight F3. Where's my other bishop? We only traded knights. So where? I must still have a bishop on C1. Sorry guys, it's gonna be a long game. I mean, yeah. I'm wondering about c3. Although after c3 and then d takes c3, b takes c3, then he can go bishop takes c3, I think. I think he's on that diagonal. So I can't do that. So, and I can't go bishop e3 because his d pawn can take it. So this is a tough position. Can I go knight h4? I can, but I think the bishop he just moved might be covering it. e7. e7, f6, g5, h4. It is. That's why he did that. Okay, a4, I think.
A4.
When you don't know what to do, you play a4. So I'm hitting his b5 pawn. Breaking.
B4. B4. B4.
b4. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. And I'm back to square one where I don't know what to do. This guy's good. I just say that when I don't know what to do. But, so what do I do? What do I do? I don't know what to do. That d4 pawn is bothering me. And so where does my bishop, like c1, d2, e3, f4, g5. I've got g4. No, he's got h6 covering g5. I don't know what to do. Maybe knight h2, f4. I'll try that. It's not a good plan. I mean, it's not a great move, but it's a plan.
Knight h2.
My king is going to be so exposed, though. More so than it already is. Yeah, the h3 I played earlier, I mean, you really feel
H5.
it.
H5.
H5. H5. What is that about? He just wants to break there. This guy's too strong, man. I thought he's rated like 900. H5. I'm trying to remember when he played H4. Oh, he didn't. He's black. He's black. So, wow. But he played H6 and then he played H5. Okay, right. Okay, so aggressive. So I played knight H2. I'm covering G4 if he wants to do stuff there. So I think I'll just continue with my plan, F4. He might, I don't know if he can go like queen B6 type of stuff, but I'm just going to play F4 here. Wait a second. My rook is not on the F file anymore. So do I have F4 covered? Does my bishop cover that? I don't think it does. C1, D2, E3, it does. So I'm going to, and I don't think he has the E5 covering it, but he doesn't have, wait, he's got a knight on F6, doesn't he? That doesn't cover F4 though. So I'm going to play F4.
F4.
Yeah, I kind of forgot about this knight on F6. This is a kind of difficult, this position. Only the two knights got traded off. No pawns even. I don't think.
Queen D7.
Queen D7. Do we... well, we can't trap his bishop because he can always go to H7. Let me think. So I've got H6, G4, F4, E4. So F5 is looking strong, or it sounds strong. F5. He might be able to undermine it after H takes G5. And then H takes G5, then he has knight G5. Sorry. I mean, H takes G4, H takes G4, knight G4. But then I don't have anything covering G4, right? I don't think so. Or well, maybe my queen on D1, E2, F3, G4. My queen is covering that. My queen is covering G4. So maybe I can play F5. F5, I'm not hitting anything. E6, G6. No, I'm hitting his bishop. F5, I'm hitting his bishop. So F5, you have to play bishop G6. And then I can take on the H pawn, which is not good, but I'm just going to play F5 before I flag. I don't think it's a fantastic move.
F5.
But it's a move. Yeah, so I think he has to play bishop
H7.
Yeah, he has to play that. So I can take on H5, but then he can go knight takes H5. Yeah. Okay, I gotta recalibrate here. And let me just see how much time I have.
White 27 minutes 27 seconds.
Pretty good.
Black 41 minutes 48 seconds.
Yeah, so okay, let me think. I've got pawn on H3, G4, F5, E4, D3. It's like a triangle. It is a triangle. Well, it's a V. And I have a knight on H2, which is kind of awkward. I could pop into G3, G4. Would I challenge his... No, G4, his pawn could... No, wait. Why is my knight on H2? Because I've got a pawn on G4, so I can't even go knight G4. Oh, I did it so I could play F4. So I think I should put the knight back to F3. That makes sense, unless I want to push G5. G5 sounds interesting. Could I play G5? But I protect F4? But F4 is protected by my bishop on C1. C1, D4, E3, F4. So, yeah, so I could either play knight F3 or I could play G5. I think I'm actually going to put the... So a benefit of G5 first is then my knight could go knight G4. But not immediately because of his pawn. Is anything attacking H5 besides... Oh, that's why I played knight H2. Yeah, to defend G4. But is anything defending... Is just my pawn. My pawn is the only thing attacking H5. And wait, I'm trying to remember, why don't I just take on H5? I think because his knight might be able to attack. No, wait. Why don't I? Yeah, no, because his knight can take it. Yeah, G takes H5. You can go knight takes H5. And I don't have anything else covering H5, I don't think. D1, E2, F3, G4. My queen is covering H5. Maybe I can go G takes H5 now that his bishop blocked it. I think I may be able to. G takes H5, knight takes H5, queen takes H5. I'm going to go for that. We'll see. G takes H5.
G takes H5. Long castle.
So he abandons that. So I did win a pawn, but my king is so exposed. So he's long castled. But that side is a little weak for him too. He has a pawn on A6 and B4. But this position is getting really hard to keep track of here. How do I... Yeah, the queenside castle really makes things hard. Because I was all focused on the king side. Now I got to look at the queen side. Yeah, okay, let me think. So I have a pawn on A4, B2, C2, D3. He still has an annoying pawn on D4. So I was thinking of C3 before. The problem with this is after BC, he can go bishop takes C3. So if I could defend C3 again, that would be good. And I could do that with bishop D2. So I think I just answered my question. Plus my bishop is weird. So I'm going to go bishop D2.
Bishop D2.
Yeah. Nice.
White 24 minutes 18 seconds. Black 41 minutes 55 seconds. Bishop G8.
Bishop G8. Wow, he's really making the rounds with that bishop. That shouldn't be covering anything because his F pawn should still be on F7. Oh, but you know what? Now he's attacking my H5 pawn, which is covered by my queen. So but I see his knight is also attacking it on F6. And knight G4 doesn't protect it. And yeah, then he's going to put a rook on G8 later. And okay, so I could defend it with the queen. No, wait, the queen is defending it. How else do I defend H5? H5 would be G3. I can't do anything. I can't put a knight on G3. That pawn might be gone. What about my bishop? D2, E3, F4. My bishop is covering H6, right? D2, E3, F4, G5, H6. Yeah. So that pawn's a goner. Maybe I can push it to H6. But that's going to be just a matter of time, I think. Because his knight is on F6. But I might have H6. I'm going to try H6.
H6.
Aha, we got him thinking. I mean, I still like my C3 plan, but I want to hold the pawn if I can. Okay, so while waiting, let's build the board again. So I have a pawn on a4, b2, c2, d3, e4, f5, g. I think it's still on g2.
G takes h6.
What? I forgot about that. All I did was help him open up the G file. I forgot about his G pawn. That was a mistake. I should have. So I wasted a tempo, and I let him open up the G file. That was a mistake. Okay, well, go to C3.
C3.
Yeah, that was okay. I forgot about his G pawn, man.
H5.
Yeah, so I don't think I have anything on G4. Oh, no, that's not true. I've got a pawn on G4. And I don't think I pushed to G5. Is his knight on F6 hitting G5? I think it is. Nope, it's hitting G4, right? Yeah, that's where my pawn is though, right? So I think his pawn and his knight on F6 are attacking my poor G4 pawn. Which is it defended by my queen? D1, E2, F3, G4. It is. So it's I think it's defended. He's going to put a rook on G8 soon enough, though. Okay, so can I not take on D4? I guess then his queen will come. No, his queen can't do it. I'm going to go C takes D4.
C takes D4.
Black resigned. White is victorious.
Hey, let's see. I think he just got bored, but let's see. Oh, it's so bright. Oh, what's my chat? I think I just made him get bored. Hey, where's my G pawn? So, wow, I knew my king was naked, but it looks even more naked. This actually doesn't look as bad as I thought it would be. I'm actually doing quite well here. Yeah, I was scared of the open G file, but what in my mind it didn't like in my mind it I don't know, it felt like this was it's hard to explain, but I thought this was like kind of I knew my pawn was here, but I thought like this stuff was kind of like farther away and that this was kind of more exposed. Even though I know my pawn is on e4, it just felt like it would be harder to defend. I thought this was kind of more closed back in here. And similarly, I thought this was more open for black. It's really hard to explain, but I thought he could bring in his pieces very easily. And I also didn't really see the relationship between the queen and the pawn here. Like I didn't see that his queen was kind of locked out. Like looking at the position now, this looks quite good for white. Yeah, okay, well let's look at that from the beginning. Hello,
Game
recursion.
start.
Whoops, well let me turn off the sound. Yeah, so here, I think they're the guy at my chess club that plays this. And yeah, I think d4 is probably best, but blindfolded, I'm scared of this pin. It's just, it's hard to calculate. It's hard to calculate stuff like this. So I played h3, I think. Oh no, that was the previous game. So I guess I braved it out here. Right. Rookie one was probably not best. Maybe C3 or D4. But what can I say? Then I played D3 because maybe knight C3 was good. I'm trying to remember why I did this. Oh yeah, I wanted to do this knight to G3 maneuver, but the knight would block the no, wait, what? That was not necessary. I think that was the logic behind the move. I wanted to do this, but I'm not even blocking the E2 square in that transfer. So yeah, D3 was a little slow, but I mean it's fine. And then here, it seemed like G4 was necessary. Oh man, I could have taken D4. Why did I think I couldn't take D4? Yeah, you know why? Because I just kind of thought he still had the E5 pawn, even though he literally just moved it to recapture. Yeah, I didn't realize I could just take on D4. Man. That being said, there might be a... no, I've got knight C6. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I could have just taken on D4. It seems so easy to play now, but I was really running out of ideas here. Played F5. Yeah, this is not what I kind of thought in my brain. Like, I knew, like, this is where the pieces are, except I thought he had a pawn on E5 a lot of the time. Like, half the time, or 60% of the time, I thought there was a pawn on E5. Yeah, and the whole reason I did this is, by the way, I forgot that there was a pawn on B4. I mean, I would have remembered it, but when I'm trying to calculate, I forgot. So this whole plan, I guess still would have worked, but I did forget that there was a pawn there some of the time. This push was a mistake, H6. I forgot he had a pawn on G7. I thought it was farther away, like that there's 9 ranks. Yeah, and then he resigns here. I think that was an earned win. I think he resigned. I think he figured I was winning here. It's possible he got bored, but I'm only up, what? I'm up 2 pawns, right? 1 pawn. 1 pawn. I'm up 1 pawn. So I don't know. It's hard to tell if he just got bored. He did play quicker than I did. But considering he resigned as soon as I took the pawn here, I'm thinking he didn't love his position. So I'll take it. That's a new personal best on Blindfold. 1260. That's like very high. 1260 classical.